travelers, and welcome to the Horror Greenbook, the channel that takes you from coast to coast and con to con. I'm your travel guide, Brendan, and we are here in the Scary Sanctuary, bringing to you another one of our live watch parties. This time, number 29, and we will be doing oldie but goodie, and a favorite of mine, Warlock. Starring Julian Sands. Rest in peace to Julian Sands. I'll have a pretty cool Julian Sands story that I'll be talking about a bit later. We're going to start the film off a little bit, in a little bit, I should say, and let everyone flood in for a bit. But let's go ahead and check out the chat room. We got Tony in the house. What's up, Tony? How's it going? We got Bumper in the house. No mic tonight. No mic tonight, Bumper. That's on the Discords. So whenever we do a Discord chat, that's when we're going to incorporate the mics. See, we got Captain Spaulding in the house. What's up, Captain Spaulding? Hey, good to have you in here, buddy. We got the kiddo in the house for a bit. What's going on, Brando? Yeah, you should go ahead and get some sleep. My audio sound a little bit low. Let me turn it up a little bit. Let me see. Maybe that's a bit better. All right, hopefully that's a bit better for you guys. All right, let's see. Who else we got in the house? We got Vero in the house. What's going on, Vero? Hey. Got Matt in the house. What's up, Matt? Hey. Everyone's flooding in. All right, guys. I'm guessing this time works very good for most people because everyone got in here pretty quickly. I'm loving that, guys. Let's see. Hey, no problem at all, Captain Spaulding. Thanks so much for your support for the channel, buddy. Like, I really, really appreciate it. And as well as all of you all who come here every week and hang out with me on the live watch parties. The room looks a bit better now. Yeah, man. I'm just incorporating a bit more stuff. I had some stuff I've been meaning to do, but I never got around to, as far as like adding stuff to frames and hanging it up. And literally after a lot of cons and work and just regular life stuff, it's just so exhausted. But pretty much felt that I needed to go ahead and add some more stuff and put some more stuff up in the Scary Sanctuary. So I appreciate that, Bumper. What's everyone up to tonight? Hope everyone's been having a good one. Let's see. Ghostface. Hey, what's up, Ghostface? You got Ghosty in the house. Oh, Papa Goss in the house. What's up, Josh? Yeah, I know. Pretty soon I won't have wall space. Hey, there's a reason that I have few pockets here and there that I can work with, but yeah, man, I'm gonna try to do the best that I can, Bumper, for sure. We got AB in the house. What's up, AB? Hey, we got a full house tonight, guys. So we're gonna have some fun with Warlock. I'm really looking forward to it and hanging out with you all. Let's just say we'll start Warlock at 40 past the hour. The link is pinned to the chat. You will be able to find Warlock on Tubi. And I'm so ready for this film, guys. Matt says, got his AC fixed just now, starting to heat up here in Southeast Texas. Yeah, man, we're up here in North Texas, and it's starting to warm up for sure. So I know out there in the southeast part of the state, it's really starting to really feel it, I should say. You've been dealing with, let me see, hold on. I need to move this around. All right, now I can see stuff. All right, you've been dealing with house stuff all day, house crap all day, AV says. Yeah, Ghostface, I've been having a pretty good day. It's been a pretty productive one. I've been meaning to do all types of stuff in the Scary Sanctuary. I've been tackling things bit by bit so that I'm not overwhelmed. So that keeps me motivated to do more things. And then also with so many of you guys sending in things to the Scary Sanctuary, it's been much appreciated. So, I mean, I really, really appreciate all of the support, guys. And speaking of that, I should put up the P.O. box for the channel, guys. That's so crazy that I actually have a P.O. box here with the horror Greenbook. But here you go. I just put that in the chat, guys. You can send that into 109 Yorkshire Drive, personal mailbox 344 in Princeton, Texas 75407. I have to come up with some sort of like catchy jingle like Stick Stickly. How many of you guys remember Stick Stickly from Nick during back in the day with Write to Me, Stick Stickly, P.O. Box 963, New York City, New York State 10108. See, when you have something catchy like that, you never forget. So I'll have to work on something. But yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen Warlock as well, Tony. Matt, I feel your pain. AV, yeah, I feel you. I'm sure you all humidifiers in your homes out there. Yeah, definitely have to make sure, especially in the southeast portion of it, it's a bit more drier up here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. AV says, I have an underground propane leak, so it's cold showers and microwave dinners for me for a minute. Oh, that sucks. Well, hopefully that gets fixed pretty soon, but I totally know how it is. It's one of those things when someone that owns a home or just, rents and has to take care of certain repairs yourself. It's not fun. Let's see. Those Stouffer microwave lasagnas ain't bad. Yeah, I know. We were talking about Stouffer's and Banquet the other day, so that's pretty funny. Yeah, if it's not one thing, it's another, for real. That's one of those things about adulthood. When we were kids, it was pretty easy, and we were just like, man, I can't wait to be an adult. And then now it's just like, now I understand why my parents were so stressed. Yeah, hopefully that gets straightened out pretty quickly, AB. All right, guys, we got less than 3 minutes before starting the film. Warlock, I can't wait to catch this with you all. Oh, Restless, what's going on? Oh, Restless. Thanks for coming through and hanging out with us. AB says, yeah, a solar mini split and got all excited for it, and now the fan don't work, so boo, there goes my free AC. Go show up at the sun, just bow, 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 bow. I can totally see you doing that. Yeah, I know. If only we could go back. Hey, no, that's what you're here for, AB. You're here with family, so we feel your pain. But the cool thing is, you can take your mind off it for a little bit, watch some Warlock with us, and just get some fun to start your week off. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow we will also be having another live watch party. We will be showing Frozen, not the Disney flick, but the Adam Green flick, and also The Taking of Deborah Logan. Both very good flicks, guys. So she'll be another great live watch party. AV said she had a huge crush on Julian Sands, R.I.P. Yeah, Julian Sands was such an awesome guy. I have a very cool, kind memory that I'm definitely going to talk about during the middle of the film, guys. So stay tuned for that. You do a rain dance for AB? Yeah, guys, we're going to definitely say some sort of evil prayer to get rain out to AB. All right, guys, less than a minute before Warlock starts. Make sure you're all queued up. I'm all set. Let me actually bring up the chat doc here so I can see you guys as well. Yeah, Julian Sands met a very unfortunate end. Yeah, you're right, man. Those first couple of days when you found out he was missing, you held out hope that he was going to be found, but we didn't hear. Oh, press play, guys. We didn't hear any positive news within those first few days. That you knew, no matter how good of an expert he was with camping, that it didn't look pretty good. But hey, bless the guy for sure. Oh, you've always wanted to see The Taking of Deborah Logan, AB? Hey, well, be there tomorrow. We're gonna have a great time. And speaking of AB, you will be picking next week, so you have until Friday to get in your pick for next week's disgraceful double features. And I'll have to find out who will be the next person to pick. So between tonight and tomorrow, I'll find who will be the second person to pick. Let me make sure I turn on closed captioning for myself. Give me the power, I beg of you. Yeah, need to pray to Dembala. You watched Boxing Helena for the first time in a long time, not too long ago. It's hilarious. I've never seen Boxing Helena, so if you're saying it's hilarious, I need to definitely check it out. It's a name that I've heard before, so I should definitely see it. Yeah, please do, AB. I know you have immaculate taste in the fine art of garbage selecting, curating the best of basura for us to indulge in. The opening for this always reminds me of the opening for Hocus Pocus, and it makes me wonder if they used one of those pioneer villages, those historical villages, like in Hocus Pocus, or if they actually built this setup from the ground up. Is unintentional hilarious, and you see Bill Paxton's meat and potatoes. Well, we love some Bill Paxton on this channel, so that is a must see for all the wrong reasons. AB, you're making me hungry. See, this is why we needed AB to join in, so that you and Anthony are going to be like Stockton and Malone. It's just straight up alley oops. I love it. Yeah, straight up like AB and Tony are going to be like straight up Stockton Malone assist points all day long. Didn't you get enough with the under the bed guy? AB, one day you guys will find out. AB never has enough. So she's going to be a complete joy to have in the chats and the voice chats. Yeah, I love you, girl. So I'm glad that you're here with us. You hype me up too much. I'm a boring old lady. Oh, whatever. Yeah, of course, guys. If anyone needs a timestamp, don't be afraid to ask for one. We're gonna make sure we're pretty close to each other while watching the film. She's a character for sure. Yeah, yeah, she is. All of you guys are awesome, and you contribute something amazing to our community. This is such a long intro, but it really does set the scene. All right, guys. Of course, our live watch party question to get us started off. For those of you who have seen Warlock, when was the first time and how was the first time you saw this film? And if you guys are new to Warlock, let me know in the chat. For me, I definitely saw this on USA Up All Night. I remember I spent the night over my sister's apartment. I can't remember if it was a Friday or Saturday night, so I don't know if Gilbert or Rhonda was hosting, but I'll never forget how cool this film was for a young kid me, and it still has aged pretty well. I'm a huge fan of movies like this and Prophecy, that cool fantasy element to the horror. Ghostface says, "My kind of girl." Yeah, I love how the ladies that we have in this group all represent. AV says, I remember being entranced by the box art in the video store as a kid. Yeah, that video store box art was pretty cool with Julian and then the demon as the shadow. It's dope. Hey, Tony says, I probably saw it on Up All Night as well. Yeah, I remember they showed this on Up All Night a couple of times. Buffer says, I was a handsome young man when I saw it for the first time after Saturday school with friends. Yeah, that sounds like a great time to watch Warlock right after Saturday school. Julian was in Waxwork as well, correct? I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've seen the first Waxwork. I'm way more familiar with Waxwork too. I'm pretty sure someone knows for sure in the chat. That's a pretty awesome stunt while you're in the toe trap. Those puritanical torture devices. That reminds me of going to Salem. Matt says, my older cousin rented this for us back in the early 90s. I wish I had that midget as my butler to answer the door. You two would make quite the pairing. It would be like, boss, the bell, the bell. You and him go out in like matching outfits. That would be like so sick, Bumper. Ghostface says, I haven't seen this one. Being around all of you has made me realize what a horror newbie I really am. Oh, well, I'm glad that you are catching this for the first time. This is quite a fun film, Ghosty. Um, as I mentioned before, I love a good fantasy element into my horror. I am a big fantasy movie geek as well as being into horror. So movies like this are just like so cool. We would Master Blaster, yeah. Bumper, it's only right, right? Good old Richard E. Grant, a fine actor. Yes, indeed, AB. And I've reached my first ad. It looks like it's a very quick one, so thank goodness for that. Rural Barter Town, that's right. No one will want to mess with you, Bumper. Quite the cubbo. Mama Sponge, ready to soak up all your knowledge. Hey, you will be quite the awesome Padawan to have, Ghosty. So we are going to be very happy to take you under our wings. He was great in Rose Red, which I frequently watch. I absolutely love Rose Red. It's so rare that I come across someone who's seen Rose Red and who is as fascinated with that film as me. I love the setting for that film. And you're right, Julian did fantastic in that. Yeah, I miss him already. Like, it's really hard to think that he's been gone for as long as he has. Ghostface, even the diehard horror fanatic I am, there are quite a few films I've never seen. Exactly, Josh. I mean, that's the thing with horror. Like, you can have a list and you'll whittle your list down. Let's just say if you have a list from 1980, from the 80s, you're whittling down stuff from the 80s. But guess what? There's a ton of stuff that's been made in this year that you haven't watched yet. So, I try to cover as many bases as I can, but there's still blind spots that I have. Like, one blind spot that I have in my horror fandom is Hammer Horror. I could watch a lot more Hammer horror and horror that was made pre 1950. Like, I'm familiar with the Universal flicks and things of that nature as far as pre 1950 stuff, but anything beyond that, I don't really have too much of a knowledge of as far as personally seeing it. Rose Red is great. I would love to stay in that hotel where they filmed it. Yeah, I know, Bumper. That's such a great setting for a film. I'll always listen to you, man. Oh, Ghosty. You're so hilarious. Well, I'm glad that y'all are here. Like, seriously, there are tons of great people, and all of you have your specialties in horror, and that's why I wanted for you all to participate in Tuesdays so that we can get an idea of the type of films that you all like to watch. AV says she loves Hammer horror. Yeah, exactly. Like, I really need to watch more Hammer horror, and I love period pieces and things of that nature. So I really need to catch up to that for real. So I'll be happy to receive any recommendations in regards to Hammer horror from you. You saw Oddity, loved it, and it gave me serious Hammer horror vibes. Yeah, I loved Oddity too. Oddity was definitely on my list of best of 2024. A lot of people really missed out on Oddity for real. We may watch that together on the live stream. Another one that I really enjoyed was the Vordelak. The Vordelak was absolutely awesome. That definitely has Hammer horror vibes. Yeah, I love this community as well, Papa Goss. Vero says, "Agree. You covering these older films makes me admire how good these films are and how they inspire the new ones." Hey, I appreciate that, Vero. Yeah, that's one of the benefits of growing up in the era that I did. Like, these were just flicks that we could just rent at the video store. So in a lot of cases, we were just stumbling upon this stuff or hearing from word of mouth. So here you are learning from word of mouth. So the tradition continues. Yeah, you're right. There's so much to see, Ghostface. Yeah, AB. Seriously, the Vordelak is so cool. So we may end up doing the Vordelak. The Vordelak is such a cool and also a little bit hokey. Like, it's a film that takes itself serious, but not too serious to where you can't have a good laugh where you're just like, okay. Yeah. I love how this film is so delightfully 80s as well. Like, this is the tail end of the 80s. But it's so cool. It's one of those last gems of that decade. Yeah, your exact brand of nonsense, AB. Yeah, you're gonna love the Vordelak. Like, the Vordelak, I rated it 4.5 stars out of 5 on Letterboxd. So I think very highly of that movie. And I think a lot of people would like it if you're familiar with the Boris Karloff segment in the film in Black Sabbath. So that would make a very cool double watch of Black Sabbath and the Vordelok. Yeah, it is a very green kitchen. They do look related, right, Bumper? They could definitely be cousins. See, look at how nice this guy is. He's got extras. Yeah, Black Sabbath is awesome. And to know that that inspired Ozzy and those guys to name their little band. I mean, Black Sabbath. So that's dope. So there you go, horror's connection to music. which ties into our next giveaway, which I will be announcing the winners for tomorrow. Which you guys still have a little bit of time to go and enter if you haven't entered into our contest for the exclusive Horror Hound, the Art of Horror magazine. If you go to my latest Horror Hound video, the vlog, I love this cool kill here. The guy got to kiss Julian Sands. But you go like that video, make sure you're subscribed, and comment what is your favorite music horror moment or horror music moment. So it could be something like I'm saying, I love the song "I Put a Spell on You," or you can say I love that the band Black Sabbath is named after the movie Black Sabbath. So go and make sure you're entered into that giveaway, guys. You have a couple of hours left. Yeah, I did, Ghosty. And the cool thing is, it's not necessarily a mainstream flick. It just so happens to be a Shudder exclusive, and I think it's one of those films that's going to fly under the radar unless a lot of people just kind of tell, "Hey, have you seen the Vordelak?" So definitely check it out. Oh, or are you talking about the monkey? The monkey's awesome. In that case, I agree with you as well with that. No, I haven't seen Don't Go to Sleep. I have to check that out. Actually, let me go ahead and put that in on my Letterboxd watch list. Let's see, Letterboxd. Don't Go to Sleep. Okay, I see it. And adding it to my watch list now. So thanks so much for the recommendation, Matt. Yeah, starring Valerie Harper. Yep. Directed by Richard Lang. All right, I'm going to check that out. Cooking lingua. Yeah, speaking of the monkey, I will be receiving a gift from the Scary Sanctuary. Um, Jeff will be sending in some monkey related memorabilia to the Scary Sanctuary. So I'm on the lookout for that, guys. We're definitely always welcoming gifts to the Scary Sanctuary. If you guys want to add something fun to the collection, the ever-growing collection is always much appreciated. You do not have to, but people have asked to send things in, and I figured I'd make it very easy for them to send things in without having to ask for an address. So it's always going to be in the videos and things of that nature, and I really, really appreciate you guys so much. It's so funny that this is like crystal chicks, no matter the decade, are always going to be the same. Like, I totally know crystal chicks that are totally like her. See, Barbara says, Papa Goss, we watched When Evil Lurks last night, and that was an amazing horror film. Yeah, it's definitely one of my recent favorites. I'm so glad that you guys really enjoyed it. It's a very grim flick, but it's so good, and it immediately grabs your attention within the first couple of minutes. Yeah, Evil Lurks is so good and brutal. Sorry I missed the watch party. I was hungover. Well, if there's ever an excuse to miss a live watch party, AB, being hungover is a very adequate excuse. I'm glad you loved it, Ghostface. Like, it's one of those films that I totally feel like I'll watch, at least multiple times per year. It's like, oh, I'm looking for something to watch. Let's watch When Evil Lurks. No problem, decent flick. I rewatched it to see if it would still creep me out, and it still does. Oh, that's dope, man. I love when a movie has still aged well enough to where you still get the willies when watching those moments that creeped you out as a kid. Hey, what's going on, Happy? Hey, no worries, buddy. Let me give you a timestamp. I'm at 20 minutes and 33 seconds. Yeah, I'm having a great one tonight, Happy. I hope everyone else is having a good one as well. I love how she just grew a mustache out of nowhere. And I'm more freaked out about the mustache than like her like turning into some freaky beast. All right, Julian, shave that mustache. Oh, oh, that's not what he's doing. He went all Jeepers Creepers on her. Demonic puberty. I know, right? Got that peach buzz. I agree, Vero. It is an amazing night when we have these live watch parties. And you guys make it so fantastic to have them. So I'm glad that you guys are able to stop through and spend time with us all. This chick looks so like a combination of a cartoon character and an action figure that you would see in the 80s. Yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Like this is totally what I envisioned during the live watch parties. Just you guys' constant support, us ripping on movies and just talking about these cool moments and just gaining a very cool community. Yeah, she does look like the lead singer of an 80s metal band. She gives off that she gives off Texas Chainsaw 2 Caroline Williams's character. Oh my gosh, I could think of her character's name any other time, but it's on the tip of my tongue. I know you guys probably know the name of her character right now, but she gives me her vibes as well. Yeah, but that's what I wanted to do when I started to go live because I really enjoy making the content at the conventions, but it's not enough to stay in contact with you guys and just hang out a bit. So I'm glad that you guys have the availability to hang out whenever you can, and just stop through. It could be for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, half the movie, the entire movie. That's all that matters to me is that you guys, support, in whichever way that you can. Just check in, say like a quick what's up. I can only stop through for a bit. Just wanted to say, hey, I'm about to go hang out with the family. I'll catch you next time. Just you guys doing something like that, that means a lot to me. So, I mean, thanks so much again for your support. You want to raid her closet, Ghostface? Yeah, I know. Like, this is so. That's why I said, like, this is so delightfully 80s. Like, this is the tail end of the decade. So, all the tropes of what you would see are right here. She does kind of look like Jim, right? Stretch. There you go, bumper stretch. I knew it was something like that. I wanted to say, I'm like, it's kind of like trash. It's a one word name. Stretch. There you go, bumper. See, that's what I have you guys here for. Your expertise bails me out in moments like that. Yeah, Jim had one of the best theme songs of all time. And not only that, but it had some of the best animation of that time. You still listen to the music? Yeah, the music was legit. Like seriously. Like I'm unashamed to admit I was one of the boys that watched Jim. I mean, but it had some of the best animation at that time. And it kind of curated my love for rocker chicks. All right, just reached my second ad. All right, gonna see Next Level Chef. Okay. See if any of these advertisements work on me. Avy says, I still have some of the dolls. The dolls were badass. They were bigger than Barbies and had more points of articulation. Yeah, exactly. So they were kind of like G.I. Joes. So probably kind of like the size of G.I. Joes, roughly, or like the retro G.I. Joes. And speaking of that, I loved when in the 90s they had that run of the retro size G.I. Joes. And they had that one where they finally you could unmask Cobra Commander. I had a good friend across the street. Him and his dad were big geeks, and literally like it's so funny that the Scary Sanctuary looks like this because I was always so amazed with their room and their collectibles as a kid. They were big Trekkie fans. Like literally, they were big, huge pop culture geeks. So that's very cool to think about that. He had one of those dolls, and that was so cool. I was like, oh man, I get to see what Cobra Commander looks like underneath his helmet. And it was just some guy with a scar. It's like, okay, this totally does not look like how this guy sounds. You like the new setup for the Scary Sanctuary? Hey, I appreciate that. I'm happy. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to add more and more things to it. I'm gonna well, like I said, for the longest it's been an absolute mess, guys. I've been picking up things from conventions and just like throwing it in a corner, and then that pile of like stuff just started to like get bigger, and it started to turn into the blob, guys. I had to absolutely burst out the defenses to kind of get that in order. So, needless to say, I'll show you guys a video in regards to the Scary Sanctuary and its layout um, sooner than later. I had to put it in a presentable, presentable fashion for you guys. AV, have you ever seen the Toys That Made Us show? Pretty cool stuff about different toy lines like He-Man and TMNT. Yes, I love that show. It just brings back so many memories. The Toys That Made Us, also the movies that made us. Such a great, great show. Dreadnoks were favorite back then. Yes, Zartan. Hey, I appreciate that, Vero. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, do a YouTube video tour. I'll definitely do that, AB. I'll show you guys my small humble collection. At this point, I'm more focused on displaying it, having it look pretty good on YouTube right now. But there are certain pockets of space. But I should show you guys what it looks like so that you guys can say, "Oh, I have this, and I have no need for it." That'll look cool on the walls of the Scary Sanctuary. So if you guys want to help out with the decoration of the Scary Sanctuary, I can let you guys know about what I'm looking for. Like I'm looking for 11 by 17 posters and 18 by 24-inch posters. So if you guys have any extra ones in your collection, um, I'm never going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'll be very happy to have them. Or we could add them to giveaways. Speaking of, guys, let me bring up something for you guys because there is something important that I do want to actually talk about. Let me see. because I actually want to talk about something pretty important. Okay, just bear with me, guys. Okay, while we're talking about donating things and how supportive you guys are, a big part of the Texas cosplay and horror community got hit with a very big tragedy. Um, One of my buddies, he goes by the name SoCal Leatherface. He lives in Austin. He basically suffered a very big tragedy. His house got struck by lightning, and it literally torched the entire top half of his house. The bottom half pretty much destroyed, all types of smoke damage, all types of crazy stuff. I made sure to support and gave as much as I could, and I've been spreading awareness. So, guys, if you can help out, and guys, it was crazy. He lost all of his collection. He lost all of, like, literally his entire family lost all of their possessions. They only had enough to get the clothes on their back, their phones, and they checked into a hotel literally with all of that. So he's a big collector. I feel sorry for him. I want to eventually possibly do something in a few months down the line to kind of rebuild his collection. I know you guys will possibly be down for that. But if you guys, yeah, I know. So glad that he's alive. And the lightning hit his daughter's room. And thank goodness his daughter wasn't home. She was out at a friend's house. And he was home with a few other people, and when the lightning struck his house, he was playing video games, and he felt the numbness in his fingers and the tingling in his body from the electricity. So thank goodness they all made it out with their lives and everything, and it really sucks. So hopefully you guys can help share the link that I just put in. Actually, I'll go ahead and pin this now, guys. Even if you aren't able to donate, please share the link, guys. He's an absolute great guy. He has a great family. He's a big part of the cosplay community. I've seen him at, literally just saw him at the Houston Horror pop up. He was in cosplay with his daughter. He's been in a few of my videos. So I just want to help him get back on his feet as quickly as possible. And one of the best things about the horror community is that we would give the shirts off of our back to help someone else. So, guys, give what you can, whether it's $5, anything, a bit more. Even if you don't have the money to spend, spread it on social media, guys. Just get the word out there to other horror fans so that we can help a fellow horror fanatic get back on their feet with their family. So, sorry about that detour, guys. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. But let me go back up in the chat. Let me see. If anyone needs frames or shadow boxes, display cases of any kind, Michaels is doing a buy one, get two free on most of those kinds of items. You're right, Josh. I did take advantage of that in regards to some of the frames that I needed. So thanks for getting that word out. So Bumper agrees Sanctuary Tour would be pretty cool. All right, sweet. She does got some pretty eyes, right, Ghostface? I'm glad. Okay, we're going to get that tour. You have so many posters. You need the frame, AB. I know. It's a never-ending problem. And they're not getting any cheaper. So, like Josh said, you have to wait for those moments, like when Michaels has theirs on frame, well, their frames on sale, and they have very quality ones. I lucked up and got one that I needed for half off, and I had a Michaels reward for $5 off. So I was able to get like a pretty full size one for like $10. So I'm like, awesome. Yeah, 46 posters to frame, Bumper. It's crazy. Speaking of, I need to go ahead and buy a poster portfolio. That's another thing because I'm running out of space for big posters. So I need to just go ahead and buy a portfolio so I can at least flip through them and still collect them and just switch them out as need be. I did come across one of those vendors at I think Creep Icon that had a business for that, and I definitely am in need of that. Posters are a great addiction to have. Papa Goss, I have more than a few autos that need either framed or set up to display. Yeah, it's a never ending problem. Everyone's like, yikes, that's shocking. Jesus, yeah, it's a very scary thing. So my heart really goes out to my buddy SoCal Leatherface. Yeah, and the idea in regards to helping start to rebuild his collection actually came from AJ's from House of Masks. He had a video on his social media where a Slipknot fan had lost most of their collection to a fire. Oh, I love how she's wearing Jordan 2s right there. Very dope style moment. But he, just threw a couple of things from he basically gave out his PO box and was taking in donations from his fan base to help build that other guy's collection back up. And I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. And little did I know there would be inspiration for me to want to do that for a fellow horror fan. So if you guys are down for possibly doing that and spreading the word, maybe a couple of months down the line, I know he's not worried about his collection, at this moment, but I don't want to forget about him because he's a great guy. I know he's worried about his kids and, getting them the things that they need, as what any parent would. I totally would. But, I want to do something for him too. So that's something that I'll bring up again in the future. AB, you have some of the dolls. I wish I kept some of my toys like that. Yeah, I know, Ghostface. Like, I had so many toys that I got rid of so early that I'm kicking myself for doing that. Everyone got thumbs up. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Like, I know he'll greatly appreciate it. And I knew you guys would be very supportive of that. Yeah, Josh, that's the post that was on my Instagram. Yeah. You're trying to find it? Yeah, I'm going to post it up again. That was in my stories, but I'm going to actually post it up on my actual timeline. So anyone that comes across it, they can go to that link. AV says, I still have my Street Sharks action figures and my Double Dragon ones. AB, have you seen that promo video of Vin Diesel being a display person at a convention, shilling the Street Sharks? That is such a fun video to think of. Like, wow, you never know what guys at the conventions that you'll come across may become. They could become a huge superstar like Vin Diesel, selling you Street Sharks. They have some new Street Sharks. I didn't know that. Wow, they look good too, Papa Goss. And I know you're a figure collector, so that's very good to know, man. I have to check those out. I would definitely love to help if I can, buddy. I will go through my stuff too and see if I can find some stuff. Hey, I really, really appreciate that, Papa Goss. I know he would too, and I know we all have things in our collections that we're just like, I could get rid of this if need be. So, as we have those moments, I figured like, hey, if we could just get rid of one piece and help someone else just start from nothing, I know he would really appreciate it like I would. Very nice of you to do that. Hey, I appreciate that, Matt. I mean, I think about how I would feel if I were in that situation. Like, I love the items that are in my collection, and it's just really sad to know like all that hard work that goes into collecting autographs, the hours standing in line or waking up early to get these things can be gone like that. And the crazy thing is, I shouldn't say cool thing, the crazy thing was his next door neighbor was taking out their dog and was right outside when the lightning bolt strike their house. And you could hear it. It was so loud. And thank goodness their camera caught it because, hopefully that will accelerate with insurance claims. because I know insurance will probably drag their feet with that claim. Yeah, no, AV. I'm gonna have to find those street sharks. And I just reached through another ad. I'm almost done with it, guys. So I'll give you an updated timestamp. Yeah, cool new street sharks. Yeah, I'm trying to add more things, guys. I'm trying to add a CRT to the Scary Sanctuary as well. I should be going to pick that up from a Facebook pickup tomorrow, a Facebook meetup, I should say, tomorrow. Um, I scored a VCR for really cheap at a thrift store a few years back, and I've been meaning to get a good CRT for a good price. But of course, with any vintage items, they've just gone up in like crazy in regards to price. So it's gonna look pretty cool, guys. I mean, I'm gonna show you guys I guess a current condition of the Scary Sanctuary. So I'll bring that to you guys pretty soon. You're not getting a lot of ads. Lucky you, AV. Yeah, hey, I appreciate that, Tony. Yeah, man, I'm trying to add more, VHS, more cassettes, just more stuff that I grew up with. I see um, collectors on Instagram that have these cool vintage items. So I'm like, you know what? It's fun to just have those things from your childhood. Just those little bits of nostalgia. Just show the kids the dead animals. We're going to eat goods, guys. They're jawsome. Right, Ghosty? I love that. 'Twas your son. Yeah, I know. Match made in heaven. Like, I love watching stuff like this. Beastmaster, Deathstalker. Deathstalker 2 is way better, though. Hey, Demented Forever for all things horror. How's it going? Hey, welcome, welcome. You can watch Warlock with us on Tubi. We are at 41 minutes and 11 seconds. We're just vibing out, hanging out. Feel free to join us. This that kid from Step by Step. That looks like the kid from Step by Step. Another awesome theme song, if you ask me. The trees are broken. Okay, let me go ahead and stop. Definitely one of the best theme songs of all time. Did Alan Thicke write that theme song as well? Because I know he did Different Strokes and a few other ones as well. Stacy Keenan. Oh yeah, Stacy was hot. And I can't believe it's been 30 years ago since Selena was murdered. Yeah, they're doing some cool stuff for Selena in Dallas. I want to go to the Texas Theater for a showing of Selena. I think that would be pretty cool, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to go. I need to double check. But yeah, man, 30 years, man. She should still be here releasing stuff, looking as gorgeous as she was back then. And you just know Selena would have just aged like fine wine. Like, oh man. Yeah, tomorrow's the 41st anniversary of Marvin Gaye's death too. Man, two very tragic deaths. Like musical greats. You're just thinking about Alan Thicke? Yeah, Alan Thicke, super talented guy, right? Miss that guy. Yeah, AV's from or where Selena's from. Yeah, I love Corpus. Like, it's been a long time since I've been to Corpus, and I'm very long overdue for a trip there. I actually should do that sometime soon. I know my kiddo really loved Corpus Christi, and, and no lie, I had some of the best like Asian buffet food I've ever had in my entire life there. And I ate at this very cool seafood spot called Blackbeard's. That was right off the beach. I love how she's wearing real old school Jordan 2s. And those were really made out of Italian leather. Oh man, like as a anyone that's into shoes or sneakers are dying seeing those shoes. Like those are like still so awesome. They're aging. Yeah, I've been to that statue, AV. I've been to her statue. I've been to her grave. I've been to the studio where the museum is. Seen Big Bertha. Yeah, someone that fell in love with Selena from the movie, and then researching her story and finding out who she really was as a person. Yeah, I've been a big fan ever since. Okay, so Jesse Frederick wrote Step by Step and Four Houses theme. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so yeah, he had those are some bangers for sure. And thanks so much for helping out with that question, Demented. Yeah, dude, for real. I moved here to Arizona, and the Chinese buffets are ass. Yeah, it's so weird how regions can get certain things right. Like in St. Louis, they have a certain type of Chinese restaurants. They're like chop suey restaurants, and they are called by the locals, guys, Chinamen restaurants. I'm putting quotes there. That's what the locals call them. So and guys, they were so delicious in regards to the sandwich that they made. It's called a St. Paul sandwich. And guys, absolutely delicious. But yeah, AB, that Chinese food buffet, whenever I go back to Corpus, best believe I'm eating there a couple of times. And it's probably one of the few places that I went there that I've ever gone in regards to a buffet that charged maybe $2 for a refillable drink, as opposed to the usual like $5 because they know they're gonna get over on you with that. So like, not only was it incredibly affordable, but it was absolutely delicious. So I can't wait to go back. Corpus is awesome. I went there when I was a kid. We lived in Austin for a year and went to Corpus a few times. Yeah, and I was surprised at really how windy Corpus is. And little did I find out that it's actually like one of the windiest places in the United States. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Like, I totally see that. Warlock on mushrooms, I know, right? Tripping. Yeah, those 90s sitcom themes. Yeah, we'll never have that again. You were born and raised in Galveston, but never got a chance to visit Corpus. Yeah, Corpus is very nice. I enjoy Galveston. I enjoy Corpus. I really need to go out to South Padre one of these days too, and check out South Padre Beach. One of these days, guys. Yeah, Family Matters, Step by Step, Full House, great. Yeah, exactly. Galveston is cool. Yeah, I love the seawall in Galveston. TGIF, exactly. I mean, you had to be there. I mean, you had TGIF, and then afterwards you were going to get USA Up All Night afterwards. Then you had Saturday, and you would have Snick, and then right after Snick you have more USA Up All Night. Oh man, best times, guys. And then you'd also get some Joe Bob too. Man, this is getting close to replicating those moments, but I'm trying, guys. Having you guys makes it like that for me. For me, it makes it like that because it reminds me of just having those friends, guys, that you knew that we were gonna get together after school. We're gonna rent some flicks. get some snacks. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. And now we're adults now, so we can drink and indulge in mind-altering substances. Well, we can do it without anyone getting us in trouble for it. I mean, I'm pretty sure some of us were doing that when we weren't supposed to. I'm not saying I'm guilty, but I may not be innocent. Yeah, thanks, Papa Goss. We get some hate because of our water, but it's home. Yeah, I feel that, Matt. Like I hear so many people hate on Galveston, but I enjoy Galveston. I have fun in Galveston. I'm not going to Galveston expecting the beach to look like Miami Beach. It's okay. I don't need it to be. I need it to be somewhere I could chill, enjoy some brews, listen to some good music, and just vibe. Avi says I'll be going back to CC to visit my folks in June. They should have the new bridge finished by then. Oh, nice. And WCW, yeah, and WCW, exactly. Get some WCW Saturday night. Yeah, and I will watch that right before TGIF came on. Man, and don't let some Pizza Hut or something be ordered. Or someone get some a Taco Bell run. Those were the days. Yeah, maybe early in the day, the local affiliates would show like Return of the Living Dead or The Last Dragon. Just something cool and fun. Matt says, I got to see DMX film his music video Party Up here in downtown Galveston when I was in high school. Bro, for real? I did not know he filmed Party Up in Galveston. That's crazy. Party Up is an iconic song. Now I'm going to go and see the music video for Party Up now, and I'm going to know, wow, that was filmed in Galveston. That's crazy. Yeah, rest in peace to the dog. Darkman X. Yeah, I was a huge DMX fan. Like I'll never forget his first two albums coming out in a year. And also he was in the movie Belly, which would also be a pretty fun disgraceful double features watch. I wonder if I gotta see if Belly's streaming on something. I may watch that. I may pick that on one of my watches whenever I get back to it. Hey, Demented. Yeah, Bruce Leroy. Hey, let's see. Actually, let me see. We got who all is in the house. Let's see, Matt. Actually, Matt, you've been in here the last couple of weeks, buddy. Would you be down to pick a flick for our disgraceful double features next Tuesday? You will have until Friday to get back to me what your selection would be. But if you're not up for it, Demented would be able to pick. So I wanted to give you the selection first because I know you've been around for the last couple of showings. Yeah, I'm like Rottweiler. Yeah, I love Belly. Belly's one of my favorite guilty pleasure flicks. I really wish Hype Williams went to direct more flicks. Like I love his music video style of directing. I mean, it wasn't the best written flick, but it definitely had a certain eye for it. Like if Uwe Boll could get multiple opportunities to direct films, Hype Williams should have gotten more opportunities. This lady is aging at the same rate of speed I am. Yeah, AB, that's totally how I feel, right? Like making my back and hips like completely hurt. Yeah, so we're gonna see if Matt would like to possibly select for disgraceful double features. But if Matt, if you wanted to pass on this week, I'll let Demented select. But we're trying to give people opportunities to select a film. The criteria is that it has to be available to watch on on a free serving service such as Tubi, Pluto, Philo, etc., etc. And it has to be something that shows your taste of film. And it has to be something, B movie, cult classic, schlocky, just something fun that shows your taste that that we would enjoy. And enjoy, not meaning that it has to be Citizen Kane. It could be something like Pieces or Spookies, to where it's just like, all right, this is trash, and we're gonna have the best time ripping on this. So that's the criteria. Matt says, sure, I have a few in mind that are both on YouTube, if that's okay. YouTube is totally fine, Matt. YouTube is totally fine, Matt. Demented says, two worst music-based films have to be DMX's Never Die Alone and Cameron's Killer Season. Oh my gosh, Demented. The fact that you've seen Killer Season. Me and my friends, I remember when Killer Season came out, and we had I think we had like illegally downloaded it on through torrent or something. The coolest thing about Killer Season is the Killer Season song, the intro, and with like all the photographs and everything from his childhood and coming up. Dow killer for murder once, no read Dow. Just see, child, the OG style and how I used to be. Wow. This the story of Cameron and Z Giles while we roll to the P now. Yeah, see, I love that theme song. That's the coolest thing about Killer Season. And Never Die Alone. I saw Never Die Alone at the discount movie theaters in Chattanooga, Tennessee, when I was in college with my friends. And you are right. The coolest thing about Never Die Alone is that it's a Donald Goines book. Donald Goines book. And anyone that's familiar with Donald Goines, super awesome, super cool author that inspired a ton of rappers. I think like Ice-T, Ice Cube, like so many people. And if anyone's familiar with the books of Iceberg Slim, Donald Goines is very similar. And actually, I think Donald Goines was a better writer than Iceberg Slim. That's another thing that I collect. I collect Iceberg Slim and Donald Goines books. Yeah, having an attic that big would be super awesome, Bumper. At this point, I just need more space. Yeah, Cameron made a movie called Killer Season, AB. And if I'm not mistaken, you probably would be able to find Killer Season on YouTube. Someone called Hell Rel and J.R. Ryder. We need a sequel. Man, I was such a huge Diplomats fan. Like, I thought like J.R. Ryder was going to be so big. Like, I loved mixtape J.R. Ryder. Even still to this day, mixtape J.R. Ryder was awesome. And some of his rhyme schemes. And I will forever have to hold that L in regards to the Diplomats losing to the Locks. But I kind of knew that. I mean, the Locks have been, like this since the beginning, and the Diplomats, they bicker like old people at a retirement house. So the cohesion wasn't going to be there. Like, the Locks are like the road warriors, They're going to show up and you know what they're going to do. Yeah, you could give the names now, Matt. If you know what you're going to pick, or if you have like certain ones that you had in mind, you could shout them out. But ultimately, the choice is yours. So you can basically let us know what you're thinking, though. And if you make the decision before the end of the movie, you're free to do that. But you would have until Friday to get it into me. You can email me at horrorgreenbook@gmail.com. That's horrorgreenbook@gmail.com, to send me what your selection would be as well on Friday. So there's no rush. Money, power, respect, what you need in life. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, man. Like, that's all the stuff that I was listening to as a middle schooler. Like, rap, new metal, um, still listening to a lot of alternative stuff. Like, yeah, I'm really huge into music like I am into movies, as I'm sure a lot of you all are. You know, we grew up in one of the best eras for that, guys. That's why, I'm not too ashamed about getting old. Like, I look at what the kids are having now, and I'm like, hey, I'll let y'all have that. I'm very happy with what I had and what I experienced. And I'm one of those guys that, I can let the kids have what they have. I don't have to hate on what they have because I knew what we had. I don't have to shout out at the clouds. Like, who is Sabrina Carpenter? Yeah, with comes experience. Yeah. Oh man, Purple City Bird Gang. Dipset, that Purple City Bird Gang. Yeah, man. Yeah, every now and then I'll watch those old videos, man. Like me and my two best friends, Larry and Central. Um, we were huge Dipset fans, like for real. So, hey, Demented, you're definitely hitting me right here, buddy. Like for real. Oh, I love the nails. Yeah, that was also one of my favorite moments from this film. Oh, that reminds me. Before I get to that, let me see. Oh yeah, with age comes experience. You're right, Bumper. Matt says I was thinking the house that dripped blood and honeymoon horror, which are both uploaded on YouTube. You know what? I've never seen any of them, Matt. So I'm totally fine with that. And I'm pretty sure the Greenbook gang would be more than welcoming to checking them out, buddy. So um, pick one of the two that you want to have us watch, and we'll go ahead and set that up for next week. And the same for you, AB. You know you're gonna pick some good schlock. My kid will get me into something new now, and then but she listens to everything. We were jamming Johnny Cash and Marty Robbins the other night. I love some Johnny Cash. Yeah, I mean, I'm all about that, and I'm glad to see that. AB, like I said, you're bringing the kiddo up right. Like you'll post things about her, and I'm just like, yeah, I love to see that, and I love to see that at horror conventions where I'm just seeing the young people and they're into some of these old films, and I'm just like, wait a second, you know about this? And they're like, yeah, I watched this like the other night. I've seen this countless times. So I'm just like, you know what? We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Sometimes I worry about the future, but when I see kids like that, I'm like, they'll handle it. And hopefully, they'll be able to do a better job than we did. Me either. Yeah. So you haven't seen any of those, Tony? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I'm all down for that, Matt. AV says I already have one in mind. Just need to double check if it's on Tubi. Okay, cool, cool. Get that bracelet, Grandma. Hey, that hip is going out of place. Bumper. You know these old people are getting injured playing pickleball, so she can only move so quickly. Oh, there it is. Yeah, gratuitous Julian Sands foot stuff. Yeah, who shot this? Quentin Tarantino. I love how like this is filled with all types of like folk magic and bringing it into the modern era, like that total fish out of water element. They did it so well with this. Sure, Tony. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 13 seconds. She got it back. Yeah. You back hot again. 'Tis this, his blood that matters most. I'm just checking some stuff on my phone. So we thought we were renting Hunted Honeymoon with Gene Wilder, but it was a cheesy slasher called Honeymoon Horror. It was so bad it was good. See, we love stuff like that, man. So I mean, the ball is totally in your corner in regards to what you like to pick. But as we said, that as hard as a decision it may be, eventually you're gonna get a chance to pick again. So, like I've told everyone, just kind of get a short list together for films for films that you would like to possibly pick, and just keep those handy because you never know when your number will be called to pick another film for disgraceful double features on Tuesday. She's falling and she can't get up. Yeah, get that life alert. Exactly. I'm falling and I can't get up. It totally reminds me also of that film, the rule of Jenny Pan. Yeah, it's definitely good old exploitation. You're at 102.30. Gotta love a nice foot. Ghosty, do you have a bit of a foot fetish? Or are you the one on the receiving end of the foot fetish? We have very pertinent questions that need to be answered here. Oh, and guys, if you guys haven't, definitely want to join our Discord channel. It is a great community of people. We love getting together, having fun, and we have incorporated different live watch parties into our repertoire. So let me add that into the chat as well. So feel free to click that link and join the Discord. It is a lot of fun, guys. We are able to do voice chats there, and we're able to watch more stuff than the stuff that's on Tubi. So we'll be able to watch stuff on, Shudder, Netflix, Amazon Prime, pretty much almost anything. We will also be doing sports watch along. So those of you that are into sports like UFC, we recently did USC this previous weekend. So we'll incorporate more things, just more opportunities for us to hang out no matter what you're into. So guys, go ahead and check that out. When it's the next Discord watch along, that I'm not sure yet, just yet happy. But I'm trying to figure out what would be a regular time for us to do that. I want to plan on at least doing one, maybe bi-weekly. At the most frequent, a month at the very least. Every month at the very least. But I'm going to try to aim for bi-weekly and try to get a good date for us to do it. Maybe Thursdays. I could be a bit more consistent with doing them because only thing with Sundays is traveling for conventions. So that will make it pretty hard sometimes. Thursdays would be a bit easier to make work. So um, I would say we will probably be able to do this Thursday if everything works well with my schedule. I'll have to double check, but I'll definitely make an announcement in the Discord for sure. Ghostface says, one of life's great mysteries. Ah, and the smirk there. Oh, I love that. I love that coyness. That's what I love about the Greenbook gang, guys. We all have great senses of humors. We all can joke about all types of fun things. And, who wouldn't, want to have a very fun sense of humor when we're watching movies like this? You can tell this is definite pre 9/11. There's no way you're getting that on a plane. Like, sir, you're gonna have to check that. There's no way they're boarding that. Oh man, the days of being able to do stuff like that on the plane. I was watching Mindhunter the other night, and just thinking about being able to smoke on the plane, so crazy. Like, I do have memories of people still being able to smoke in restaurants, but being able to smoke on the plane, wow, that's wild to me. Yeah, I think they may have still been smoking planes. Like, those may have been the last days of smoking planes because they were definitely doing that in Mindhunter. But this is getting close to those dying days. Oh, there you go. We have a cigarette being lit up on the plane. So planes were being smoked on at this time. I just got to 1:10:13. 1 hour, 10 minutes, 13 seconds. Yeah, Bumper, you remember your dad smoking on planes? Man, that's crazy. Like, I'm not a cigarette smoker, but one of my best friends is, and I could just imagine how like happy he would be being able to smoke on a plane. Now, if I'm able to smoke a little greenery on there, that would be like heaven. Yeah, seats you have to, yeah, with ashtrays in the seats. Oh, or they'll being able to pass out an ashtray to you. Now that's service. Yeah, that chick is very like rock star hot. Like, she's definitely very 80s chick hot. Hot box of the plane. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, wow. He got an eye full. And I love how in planes are always super huge like that in the movies. Yeah, exactly. Hot box of the plane. I'm there. Like, having like even just having like a smoker's room on a plane to where you guys can go and indulge in that area once the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Go up there, meet some buddies, wait for the snack cart to come around, and before you know it, you're at your destination. Oh, some indica. Oh yeah, you're not getting up. You're passing out. Yeah, smoking on planes is wild, right? Like, that would be such a surreal experience. Yeah, straight up Mad Men, straight up Don Draper for real. Smoke an entire pack on your flight. I love how Julian's in there with like the dogs. Man, I love this film. Like it's got the right amount of cheese, the right amount of seriousness. Yeah, so you can be in the couch exactly. That's so funny. I remember telling that to someone who didn't know the difference sometime last year between indica and sativa. I'm like, hey, the easiest way to remember indica in the couch. Don't plan on doing anything. We have a good indica. I'm a hybrid guy, so I I like to feel it, but I still like to be a bit productive. Now, if I'm trying to go to sleep, oh yeah, I'll take a good indica. Matt's like I haven't been on a plane since 2009. Yeah, they make it pretty hard to get on planes. Well, at least to be enjoyable. Total Boston cabbie. Yeah, best thing after a workout. Oh yeah, that's some good recovery there. Exactly. Body feels amazing. Captain Spaulding says, I've never been on a plane, but yeah, I always end up in the clouds. Hey man, you're flying those paper planes. That's Wiz Khalifa would say. Yeah, I know, AB. I so wish Texas would get on it. It makes it very hard, for sure. But the good thing about Texas is the lawlessness of Texas. You just don't want to get caught with anything. But thankfully, they've been making moves to decriminalizing things to where you don't have to panic if you get pulled over while you have something on you. Yeah, that's the one of the great things about being a tour guide is taking advantage of all the fun things about tourism, including 420 tourism. There's a reason why I love going the Days of the Dead Vegas every year, going to Creep IE Con, going to Horror Hound, going to Terracon. They're all in legal states. In Cali isn't, yeah, exactly, going to Cali, going to Arizona, Colorado, like it's so frustrating, guys, living in Texas, and every single bordering state is either legal or a medicinal state, so they're decriminalized in a lot of aspects, and it's just like one of these years bring some edibles to Mad Monster. Hey, yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. I think I may stay in the fort. If I don't stay in the hotel that I stayed in that was super close to Mad Monster Party, I may stay at this other hotel that's 420 friendly and has its own smoking room. It's called the Clarendon, and they have very affordable rooms. It's a very like retro styled motel, but it's very swanky. They've put in a lot of money to um, redecorating it and everything. So I may stay there, and it's not too far away from both hotels. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm definitely looking forward to that great horror weekend in Arizona, guys. Around the strip is everywhere. Yeah, we even have hotel here that allows it. Yeah, bumper. Matt Munster, the Matt Munster I'm talking about is Matt Munster, Arizona. So that weekend, Matt Munster, Arizona, and Days of the Dead Phoenix will be going on in the Phoenix area. Indica makes me productive. I've been smoking for almost 25 years, give or take. Yeah, man, I've never been able to get over that. It's about the same for me, man. But I've never been able to get over that indica, like being productive hump. Like I can be productive, but I'm just like, ugh, do I have to? I'd rather sit down and watch a movie or find something good to eat and not move. How close is it to Matt Munster? I think the Clarendon. Let me double check. Hold on. I'll actually put in the exact directions in my navigation, and I'll get you that answer. The Clarendon Hotel and Spa. And Mad Monsters at it's in Glendale. Yeah, the Clarendon is about 17 minutes away from where Mad Monster is. A 17-minute drive. So, I'll likely be renting a car. So that's because I plan on hitting a couple of different spots like Terror Trader, going to and from the different conventions. Wait a second, isn't that chick from The Crow who played the girl's mom? Yeah, you're gonna be at the Renaissance. Yeah, you just smoked some indica right now. Yeah, I know. You could. Yeah, Texas is just forever to get to. I've taken a few road trips to Colorado to pick up some goodies. Yeah, that is the chick from The Crow. She has one of those eyes that you just can't forget. You know what, Tony? I was actually kind of thinking that because I was like, man, that guy looks like somebody, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Hey, that's the best thing about work, man. Being able to indulge like that. That makes it pretty fun, right? Yeah, Barbara, I gotta find some good food spots out there because last time I just got Uber Eats at the hotel. Yeah, I found out a couple of cool food spots out that way that I'll likely go and check out at Mad Monster and Days of the Dead. I should just say Phoenix Horror Weekend. Um, I think one was called like Slutty Tacos or something like that. It was some name like that, and they have some awesome birria tacos, and I love good birria. I need to find somewhere with some good Cabiza tacos. I'm pretty sure I can find it in Arizona. Eric's Barbecue, AB. Let me go ahead and put that in my places as well because I will forget these. So I gotta take the moment. Yeah, Eric's Barber. Okay. Yeah, Eric's Family Barbecue, West Indian School Road. Okay. Ooh, they have a lot of reviews and very highly reviewed. Awesome. Thank you, AB. Oh, actually, I need to put that in my restaurants tab. There you go. Make it a bit easier whenever I'm traveling and I, got the munchies. I'm like, all right, click by nearby restaurants in my tab. That comes in handy, especially with you guys' recommendations. Let's see. That's only like 10 minutes away. Bumper. Caldwell County, Mexico is close to Terra Trader. Okay, Mexico. All right. See, Caldwell County, Mexico. All right. I see that you. Oh, okay, cool. Sweet. Let me go ahead and add that as well. I love that background. That's obviously a matte painting. I wonder where my top fell from this thingy. Oh, I'll find it. I'm literally getting paid to watch the horror Greenbook. I got you on tacos. Nice, man. Hey, I'm glad to help the day or the night go by a bit smoother for y'all that are watching while on the clock or just hanging out wherever you are. Hey, that's always a dope feeling. Tony's like probably gonna order some tacos tonight. Nice. If you ever go to Houston again for a con, go to Nympha's Mexican restaurant on Navigation and order the Queso Del Mar. You won't regret it. Well, Matt, I'm in luck because I go to Houston often, and if I can help it, I'm going to always make it to Houston Horror Film Festival. So I am putting that down on the list as well. Yeah, Nympha's Mexican restaurant. Let's see, we got South 3rd Street in Waco, and then there's one in Navigation. Yeah, I see it. There you go, the original. Sweet, let me add that and add Queso Del Mar. Appreciate that, Matt. Like I said, I'm an absolute foodie, so you guys' recommendations are always welcome. Bumper says I'm gonna try and paint house before the convention. Pay $6K, so plenty for the convention. Hey man, exactly. Get that money, man. That's right, man. Get that coin. Asada, whatever you like. Hey man, exactly. Hey man, we're gonna meet up, man. Like I said, I'm coming to the West Coast soon. If all goes well, unless something crazy happens, I should be there for Monsterpalooza. So if you'll be at Monsterpalooza, Captain Spaulding, hang out with me and Bumper. There may be a couple of other people that may come and hang out with us. So yeah, man, I just want to get together with as many of the Greenbook gang whenever I'm like somewhere close to you guys, so that we can vibe out. Yeah, I can't wait to hit the vendors, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like have to like FedEx some stuff back to me. Like I've drooled over the amount of vendors that I've seen at Monsterpalooza. I mean, you have a lot of people that work for, Hollywood. So the fact that you get, movie quality props and items is just, y'all out on the West Coast are very lucky. I'll tell you that. No, he's just a dead guy. Yeah, I gotta find a good brewery nearby for beer. Yeah, for sure. Thankfully, Untapped has me covered in regards to that. Whenever I'm traveling, I definitely have to go into my Untapped app and see what breweries are nearby and what cool beer that they're working on. So if someone's verified on Untapped and they're highly rated, I usually try to check them out, especially if they're pretty conveniently located. Like with Horror Hound. Horror Hound's awesome because there's a brewery right across the street. So a lot of people are hanging out there, and you can catch their particular special brew that they brew twice a year for the convention. They'll have a different one in the spring and then the fall for us horror lovers to indulge in. Mike Hill's wax sculptures. Yeah, man, I'm very excited for it, Bumper. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, man. Like whenever I'm out on the West Coast, just being able to just hang out and just chill. And I should be able to do a bit more. Like I actually will be renting a car this time around, most likely, because I actually want to do some sightseeing. So I may get there like stay in a couple of extra days and just try to have some fun. Yeah, like every time I've only been in California twice. Oh man, he's jacking her for her Jordans. Oh no, that's not what he's doing. And that was the time where people were getting robbed for their Jordans. But yeah, I want to do some sightseeing. The only two other times I've been to California, they had record amounts of rainfall um, last year, and this year is when they were having all the wildfires. So I wasn't able to go and finally see the Elm Street house or the houses from Halloween or any of the other things other than going to like the stores out in Burbank, like the Mystic Museum and Dark Delicacies. So that was the only other thing I got to do. Oh, Mad Monster is right by Westgate. There's all kinds of places in there for food. Yeah, I know. I love that area by Mad Monster. What I may end up doing is parking. Well, because the parking was just so crazy. But actually, the good thing is parking may be a bit more easier that weekend with Days of the Dead splitting the difference. So I actually may chance trying to park down that way too, right by the Renaissance. Yeah, I need to go ahead and link up my hotel for sure. Bumper says he's going to film some for the YouTube channel while I'm there. Yeah, man, it'd be some great content to get out there. Oh yeah, for sure, Bumper. There was even a Family Matters episode about it. Yeah. With Love Rob Zombie Store in Burbank. Yeah, I know. I may try to go out to there too. Yeah, like there's so much cool horror related stuff out in Burbank. Like Burbank is like such a, and then to know like also like Tim Burton's from Burbank. It's like what is it in the water in Burbank? Have I ever been to the Texas Chainsaw gas station? Yes, I have. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times before they had to take out all of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff. So I'm glad I did that because they don't have the rights to use it, so they had to kind of change some things around, so they can't really display any Texas Chainsaw related stuff. But I've been there for a few times. That's one of the great things about living in Texas. I've been to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre gas station. I've been to the house once. They've made that a B and B, so you can go there and have some food. You can have some drinks there. It's called Hoopers now, so that's very cool. Nice tribute. And it was very cool. Is down the street from the gas station in Bastrop. There's these very awesome haunted houses there, and they have the Texas Halloween Museum, which is a very cool museum. But if you ever go to Cult Classic Con, the gas station is right down the street. It's like a short drive away. And also, they have filming locations from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. The bridge from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 isn't that far away. So I've had I filmed stuff for the vlog, like early stuff for the vlog there. I should go back there again. Like there's some places that I went early in the vlog's time that I haven't shown since. So I should go back to like the vintage store that had a lot of cool vintage items. Go back to Elm Street Toys, Horror Freak, a few other places. You would love to stay in this cave house Airbnb in Ohio. There's some very cool Airbnbs out there that totally have some awesome themes. Like I really want to do Buffalo Bill's house from the Silence of the Lambs. So one of these days when I go out to Pittsburgh, um, it probably won't be for Living Dead Con this year, but maybe for one of the years that I'm going to do Still City Con, and there will be like a big name celebrity. Well, big name celebrities from a horror property that will be there. This upcoming one just doesn't have a lot of horror names that would make it worth to put on the channel. But I know sooner than later they'll do that. And of course, I'm going to do Romero filming locations. Of course, as much Silence of the Lamb stuff that I can get. And, just whatever other Pittsburgh related stuff that's out there. Yeah, you want to visit the UNITA building in Los Angeles? Yeah. Yeah, it's just I love that stuff like that is still around. Like I'm so sad like the Silver Shamrock building is no longer around from the factory. Well, the factory that was in the movie, but the actual building in real life is gone. I never got a chance to see it, so I'm a bit sad about that. Bumper says the guy who bought Poltergeist house is turned into an Airbnb. Oh yeah, yeah. I was hearing about that. That's so funny that that you mentioned that because um TCCK Gaming, he was actually talking to his parents about trying to buy that. He was just saying about how it would be a very cool investment, and that of course, the horror fans will definitely pay for the opportunity to stay in the Poltergeist house. So hey, we were very close to knowing someone who possibly could have been an owner of the Poltergeist house. So that would have been very cool, travelers. Yeah, so that would have been cool if TCCK Gaming would have been able to do that. Matt, those would be sick to see. I know, right? Yeah, these old effects are so fun. Like I love seeing stuff like this. Like we made it work back then, and like a lot of this stuff looks so much better than CGI from 10 years ago. Yeah, GVG Vacation House. Yeah, I know, right? We would definitely have to do something like that, y'all. Yeah, it was going for 556K, which is cheap, but sold for over 1 million. Yeah. So I'm sure some people were very interested and then got priced out, but I'm glad it's going to a fan. So if they're planning on opening it up as an Airbnb for the fans to enjoy, I love that. It's kind of like also with Stu's house from Scream, how some people are able to go and hang out and check it out because it's still an Airbnb, right? I'm not sure if the owner still has it available as an Airbnb, but I know people like Michael and Jessica from Grim Life Collective were able to go and spend the night there. Uh Definitely want to do that. Hope the pool is full of skeletons. Hey, I'm gonna have to buy a skeleton to have it come and jump in the pool with me, just for the experience. You will have to. I think I'll shed a tear if they ever tear down the Halloween 2 hospital. Well, thankfully it's a VA hospital, so I don't think that hospital is going anywhere soon. But unfortunately, with all VA hospitals, unless you're a veteran, there's no chance of you getting on those grounds anymore. The fact that Sean Clark almost got arrested at Halloween 45 while they were doing the tours is a bit hilarious and a bit sad at the same time, knowing that us fans are not going to be able to get close to that unless we've served this country of ours and we're faking some sort of condition. Like, oh, my shoulder. Oh yeah, so it's no longer Airbnb. Oh, restless. Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I thought I heard, that it's no longer able to stay in anymore. So that's unfortunate. Maybe that'll change in the future. Yeah, exactly, Bumper. I'm bringing my own skeleton. I'm not taking any chances. Have a few from Halloween still here at the house. They currently sit next to my pool. Nice. Yeah, definitely put that pick up in Discord. That's where I used to walk around the VA all the time when I took my dad in. Maybe things have changed. Yeah, man, things are really crazy now in regards to the VA now. There's like this crazy story about this old lady that died while waiting for her husband to get treatment at the VA. It was very sad. Like this happened in like Arizona or Texas. It's somewhere where it was like incredibly hot for the summer. And this guy, served our country. He was elderly guy, so 70s, 80s maybe. And his wife was the same age, was sitting in the car, just waiting for him to, get out, and she passed of heat exhaustion. And man, that broke my heart to hear that. Like because it broke my heart for her husband, his wife is, there to, support him, make sure he's well, but, you can't step foot in the VA hospital. So she can only just stay in the parking lot. And I hope that they're able to change that for spouses at the very least, man. Like, make an exception. Because that old lady didn't deserve that. Sean is hardcore. He's hardcore. He's hardcore. Yeah, at least hopefully they're plastic skeletons, right? Yeah, you gotta have those trophies, right? Yeah, that is sad, Tony. Like seriously, man. Like I couldn't imagine that veteran receiving that news about his wife passing. Like you serve your country and then that's the way that your wife passes. Man, like seriously, that put me in a bit of a tailspin just hearing that news. But hey guys, that was Warlock. I didn't get to my Julian Sands story, so let me get to my quick Julian Sands story and Tom Effects by the great Tom Woodruff Jr. Um, but in regards to Julian Sands, I was at one of Julian Sands' final convention appearances. This was for Texas Frightmare 2023, the last Frightmare that they had at the Hyatt, and Julian Sands was one of the guests, and that was a fantastic weekend, stacked. You know, guest list. That was the year that I met Carl Weathers, and I wanted to get Robert England, and this was my first Texas Frightmare, so I was loving it, and I didn't have enough funds to meet Julian Sands, but I went to his panel, and he seemed like such a great guy. And on the final day of the Frightmare of that Sunday of that year, I'm doing my final walk around, seeing what celebrities haven't left yet and everything. And Julian Sands was at his table, and this was close towards the end of the day, so not many people are around getting autographs and such because people are leaving. There's like probably maybe an hour and a half left in the con at that point. So weren't that many people at his table, and he was just kind of like having a moment of just like probably taking in the events from the con, how exhausting it is, and he looked like he was in a bit of a meditative state at that point. And for some reason, I just sat there for a moment and I watched Julian Sands in a bit of meditation at that point. And I felt bad that I wasn't able to get his autograph. But something told me at that particular moment that I should sit there and appreciate having that moment of just seeing Julian Sands and being in the same room as him. And I don't know what it was, but I just sat there for a good, maybe 15 seconds. And I just watched Julian. And then after that, I went home. And, later on that year, we got the news about Julian being declared missing while he was, hiking. And of course, you find out that he was an experienced hiker. And, we hope that, he was going to actually be found. We hear these stories about people, being declared missing for, a day or two, and then they are eventually found. But as time went on, you just knew that the chances were, getting less and less that we were going to find him alive. And then as the days turned to weeks and the weeks turned to months, you were just hoping that, his body was going to eventually going to get recovered. And when he was eventually found, a lot of horror fans, though we were sad, we all breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that, he was recovered and that his family was going to be able to get that closure. So that's something that I'm going to always remember, that, even, that's why I tell people, don't harp on not being able to afford every single autograph at the conventions that we like, just being in the same area, being in the same room as these, horror greats and icons that we enjoy their work, it means a lot. So that's why I tell people, hey, take advantage of the panels. Go see these people speak because, it's a great moment to be able to ask them questions, that you've always wanted to know, or to, hear how they felt working on this set or having this particular experience with this effect that you loved in the film, or working with this director or actor, because these moments we're able to share with other horror fans. Like I said, I was never able to meet Tony Todd. I came very close a couple of different times, but it just wasn't in the cards for me. So being able to have discussions with people that were able to meet Tony and for them to tell me how cool he was, that means the world to me. Or for other people like Wes Craven, Sid Haig. Guys, because of you, I have very cool Sid Haig items. Okay, let me see. Right over my shoulder here is the picture that Bumper sit in that was signed by Sid Haig. And right behind that picture is the Captain Spaulding picture, or the Captain Spaulding figure that Captain Spaulding sent in to me as well. So guys, I wasn't lying. The items that you send in to me will have prominent placement in the Scary Sanctuary. So I thank you guys so much for your contributions, whether it be hanging out with us on the channel every week, making sure to like the videos. Again, guys, like the video. Making sure you're liking the videos so that, you're jogging the algorithm so that other horror lovers can find the channel. Like, you never know. I mean, there are people that find the live streams randomly, like Tony, and decide to stick around. You may have come across a convention walk-along video. People liking the videos has helped the channel out a lot. Guys, we're getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers. That's crazy to me, guys. Like, I would have never thought that I would be able to reach a subscriber number in the thousands. I was thinking that I would totally be one of those YouTubers that's pumping out content, but no one's watching it, no one's engaging with it, no one cares. So the fact that you guys have decided to stick around, that you guys have found a home here with me, it means a lot to me, guys. So again, thank you guys so much for your support and sticking with the Horror Greenbook. becoming members of the Greenbook gang. I really, really appreciate it. Um, let's see. Let's see. Tony says, "Damn, that's that." Yeah, that was about the VA thing. Yeah. Oresta says, "Damn, Greenbook met Carl Weathers and saw Julian Sands before they perished." Yeah, either that's a lucky thing or either I'm a curse. It's one or the other. But regardless, I'm glad I got to see them before they left the Earth for sure. Yeah, arachnophobia is a classic. I love arachnophobia. I have a cool story about seeing arachnophobia for the first time, which revolves around my oldest, well, one of my older nieces, I should say, not my oldest niece, but one of my older nieces being born. So that's very cool. One of John Goodman's great performances. Yeah, you're right, AB. At least his family has closure now. Like I couldn't imagine not knowing, where he was. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for vibing with me. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for our awesome, disgraceful double features watch party, which again will be the taking of Deborah Logan and also will be Frozen, brought to you by Adam Green. And Matt, definitely don't forget, buddy. If I don't see you tomorrow, feel free to email me at horrorgreenbook@gmail.com to let me know what your selection will be. But we do have your two options of what you wanted to have. So I'm going to make note of that. All right, guys. Solid pick tonight. Hey, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it, Tony. Good hangs. Catch you guys tomorrow. Yes, definitely catch you guys tomorrow. AB says she'll message me in regards to her pick. It is on Tubi. Hopefully y'all haven't seen it. Oh, she's playing coy. She's not giving the selection yet. So she's going to keep it a surprise. I love that. I know it's going to be good then. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'm glad that you enjoyed the pick. No problem at all, Matt. Yeah, man. Definitely feel free to come by tomorrow to the live watch party or just message me. I don't want to put you on any type of like rush for the movie. We have until next week to get it in. So ponder on it on which one you'd rather have, but at the very least, I have your two selections that you're going to go with. All right, guys. See you, Ghostface. See you, AB. See you, Happy, Tony, Bumper, Matt, Restless. Everyone that stopped through tonight, thank you so much, travelers. Make sure to hit that like button on your way out if you haven't already. Remember, guys, I am your travel guide, Brendan, with the Horror Greenbook, signing off and letting you know it is scary in those streets. So let me know that you made it home safely, travelers. See you tomorrow night.